of all, the body movement is roughly like this. So your hands are here like this, your elbows are pointing down, your hands are gonna be up like this. So if you watched me spinning it, it's roughly like this. And the elbows are here the whole time. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna be doing this to this, and this to this. So you're looking forward the whole time, but all of this movement is really being powered by your core muscles, and you're rotating around your spine. And the whole time, look forward. Don't look over your right shoulder. Look forward. I mean, don't look over your left shoulder either, but you're looking over your right. There you go. So you're kind of like a bobblehead with your body moving like this. And I don't know if they have sprinklers like this where you are, but when I was a kid, they had sprinklers shaped like this, and this is how they moved, which is why the move is called the sprinkler. And then if we looked at each hand now, the left hand going counterclockwise, what you do is you do the big swing from here to here. But then when you come back to the front, you push it out to the side and then to the front. So it's back, side, front, 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 back, side, front. It might help to understand what's going on technically with the move. This move is called, the formal name for the move would be a counterclockwise, horizontal plane, split time, C-cap combination. A C-cap, CAP, C-A-P, stands for continuous assembly pattern. What's actually happening is you're taking part of two different patterns and continuously assembling them together. With a C-cap, it makes a C shape. So with this particular pattern, if I were to take it from its side and put it vertical in front of me so you could see it, there's a big extension, which is half of this, and then you're connecting it with half of this 4-pedal anti-spin. So you're going from here to here in the extension, and then you're going from here back to here in the anti-spin. So extension, anti-spin, extension, anti-spin, extension, anti-spin. Now if I turn that horizontal, extension, anti-spin, extension, anti-spin, extension, anti-spin. What you're doing right now, because you're new to anti-spin, is you're not quite executing the anti-spin, the transition between the pedals fluidly enough and with the correct number of rotations. So what you're doing is, if I were to put it vertically so that you could see it, sorry, you're going this way. You're going, this part is fine, but then you're doing like 1, 2 down here and 1, 2 here, and then you're doing 2 here, but then you're doing the extension correctly. What needs to happen is when you get to the front, which is the equivalent of the top here, you need to immediately go to the back. And when you get to the bottom or back, you need to immediately go side front, right? So what you're doing is you're holding it here for extra time, then you're holding it here for extra time, and then you're holding it here for extra time. You need to make sure if you were using the God's eye view, you're using half of the circle. A better view of me while I'm doing it, it would look like this. All the way back, side, front. 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 And remember when you're doing it, so don't forget the drill that we just did, where we were moving our core, because this is propelled by the core as much as it is by the arms. So you're using your core to get it around from back to side to front, 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 back to side to front. So going, you're here, then 1, 2, out front, 1, 2, out front. When you get there, you want to immediately go out in front, immediately out in front, immediately out in front. When we did this drill, the actual core, the Pilates drill, right? So what your center is actually doing to move it. You had a great stiff frame, and appropriately, your spine was straight the whole time. Now what you're doing is you have a little bit of I'll show you where it's happening too. You're going here, but then you're ducking out of the way. Your spine is not staying straight. You're bending as you're going from this back position to this side position to get around, so you're bending, which in reality isn't gonna work because you have your other hand there. Okay. And I'm not gonna say this is not an awkward thing, but when you're putting this whole thing together, there is a huge motion happening here. This twisting is really a big part of the movement, so allow that to happen. It could be very easy to try and, like, I'm doing this pretty much all with my arms now, but watch the difference. Right, see how my core is really taking it around the back for me? Really do let your body do that portion of the motion to help you power through. This one, you're still this counterclockwise, but you're doing the anti-spin from the front to the side to the back. And then you do the big swing back to front. So it's swing, front, out, back. Swing, front, out, back. Swing, front, out, back. Front, out, back. Swing, front, out, back. Swing, front, out, back. Swing. So if you looked at it from here, you started in counterclockwise, you put it in your back position, make sure you open up your core the whole way, but you're still looking forward. You swing to the front, then immediately to the side, to the back, to the front, side, back, front, side, back, front, side, back, front, side, back, front, side, back. Extra credit if you hold your other arm there, which will prepare you to put both arms together. And we can do this slower, so if you're struggling with the anti-spin, it's front, then you go to the side, then you go to the back. Then you swing to the front, then go to the side, then go to the back. Swing to the front, go to the side, go to the back, and then try and get rid of the extra rotations in the positions to get a real anti-spin from front to back. And now you're doing the equivalent of what you were doing with the other hand. So with your left hand, you were doing an extra rotation back here before you went into the anti-spin. So you went 1, 2, out front, 1, 2, out front. Now you're doing it in the front, where you're going front, 1, 2, out back, 1, 2, out back, 1, 2, out back. You want to get rid of that extra rotation in the front so that it's fluid. Start here in the front, and then go 5, 6, 7, 8, out, back, front. 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 Now we'll cut it down. Instead of 5, 6, 7, 8, do 7, 8, out, back, front. 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 And then do 1 count. So 8, out, back, front. 8, out, back, front. 8, out, back, front. And then try and just do it continuously. Out, back, front, and out, back, front, out, back, front, out, back, front. So if we start in counterclockwise, the left hand in the front and the right hand in the back. The first thing that you do, right, and notice that my body is in this sort of awkwardly turned position, but I'm still looking forward. Both poi are spinning in split time counterclockwise above the arms. The first thing you do is basically change the rotation of your body from right behind to left behind. So this part's the easy part, the swing. Then what's going to happen is you're going to come to neutral with your hips while both poi come out to the side, and then you're going to return to that first position. Then swing, go to the sides, return to that first position. Swing, sides, return. Swing, sides, return. Swing, sides, return. And then what you'll do is, when you get comfortably here and you feel like you can try it, you'll try in one motion to go sides, other position, wait there, then swing around, then sides and return, all in one motion, then come around. Then sides and return, then swing. Then sides and return, swing. Sides and return, swing. Sides and return, swing. And then eventually you can cut out those extra rotations that you're doing in the front and back positions as well. But the first key is to get a sense of each of the motions while you're still maintaining the spinning. What you've done is you've made your poi super short like this. When they're super short, this move becomes harder because you have to move faster to keep up with the rotational speed of the poi. So there is a balance point between too long, like this, but too short, like this. You want something in the middle where you can maintain the plane above the arm, but it's not super short where it's spinning really, really fast.